What's up guys? So in this video, let's talk about why we should be using citrulline malate over arginine when it comes to boosting your nitric oxide levels and your energy while training. So apart from improving your cardiovascular health, accelerating the skin regeneration and erectile dysfunction, let's talk about the benefits we get from arginine when it comes to performing in the gym or while training. So guys, how is nitric oxide produced? The main pathway is through arginine. Arginine in the blood is readily converted to nitric oxide with the help of the enzyme nitric oxide synthase. Now, it would make perfect sense to supplement with arginine to boost those nitric oxide levels. Am I right? And we all know that nitric oxide in the body, dilates the blood vessels or widens it up. So this means when you're working out, you get all that blood flowing to the muscle, which means you get fluid flowing into the muscle, you get nutrients flowing into the muscle. So you have that big, massive pump, you have oxygen, you have all anabolic hormones flowing inside the muscle. And blood flowing inside the muscle also enhances blood flowing away from the muscle. So after you finish your workout, all that metabolic byproducts or waste products leave the muscle, which enhances your recovery. But guys, the problem is arginine is poorly absorbed by the body. So I remember back in the day when I used to supplement with arginine, most of the labels used to direct me to take it on an empty stomach. Well, this is because arginine gets competition from so many nutrients. So if you have food in your stomach, you have minerals, you have aminos, the chances are arginine is not going to be absorbed by the body. So that's why you have different forms of arginine AKG, arginine nitrate, nitrosamine, and guess what? All this is not going to be absorbed by your body. So you have two problems here. Arginine is not going to be absorbed by the body, and even if it does get absorbed by the intestines, you have an enzyme in the intestine cells known as arginase. And the job of arginase is to break down arginine. So at the end of the day, you have very less arginine entering the blood system through the intestine. So guys, end of the day, you're supplementing with all that arginine and you get a minute fraction of that arginine moving to your blood system to be readily converted to nitric oxide. So guys, how do you get arginine to be properly absorbed by the body? Like I said, there are different types of arginine out there, but at the end of the day, they do not get absorbed by the body. Well, guess what? There's a form of arginine known as L-citrulline. Yes, the amino acid L-citrulline that is far better and way superior. It is properly absorbed by the body. And guess what guys, when citrulline enters the body, it is converted to arginine, and arginine is converted to nitric oxide. So citrulline, arginine, nitric oxide. And you can take citrulline at any time of the day, regardless of an empty stomach or a full stomach or whatever it is. Citrulline is readily absorbed by the intestines. And the most important part is citrulline is not broken down by the enzyme arginase. So it fits right in guys, it's absorbed by the intestines, it's absorbed by the intestine cells and goes readily into the blood system where it gets converted to arginine, and arginine there is converted to nitric oxide. Basically, citrulline produces more arginine than arginine does in the blood system. There's been so much research done on this guys, taking same amounts of arginine, same amounts of citrulline, and you see, citrulline, on supplementing with citrulline, you have a lot more arginine in your blood system to be converted to nitric oxide. So that's it guys, taking citrulline is far better than taking arginine. Now that we know what arginine and citrulline does theoretically, let's see if it holds true practically. So we have like a whole bunch of different types of studies done on arginine and citrulline. So let's get into the details. Let's talk about arginine. So there's this one study done by the kinesiology department, Mississippi State University. So the idea was dietary supplements containing L-arginine are marketed to improve exercise performance, but the efficiency of such supplements are not clear. Therefore, this study examined the efficiency of acute ingestion of L-arginine, AKG, muscular strength and endurance in resistance trained and untrained men. Alright, so there were 8 resistance trained and 8 untrained healthy males were made to ingest 3000 mg of arginine AKG and also a placebo, which was in a different training session. Okay, this was done 45 minutes prior to the workout. Now these men were made to identify their 1 rep max when it comes to bench press and the leg press. So after identifying the 1 rep max, what happened was these people were made to perform 60% of 1 rep max to failure for both the variations, the bench press and the leg press. And a week later, they were made to do the same with the placebo, giving them well enough time for both the trained and the untrained men to completely recover. So by the end of it, through the graph, we can understand that, or we can see that there's absolutely no improvement in terms of endurance or energy whatsoever on taking the placebo and on taking arginine AKG. And one more thing to keep in mind, guys, the subjects had no idea what they were taking, or rather the subjects had no idea that they were ingesting the placebo. So end result was, no matter what it was, regardless of them knowing what they were taking, in fact, there was absolutely no result. So conclusion is, arginine AKG basically did not show any or did not improve exercise performance. So that was the conclusion, and hopefully this is good enough evidence to prove that arginine does not boost your nitric oxide levels or give you energy while training. Also, on concluding various other scientific research put together, we come to the conclusion that increasing nitric oxide production during exercise does not appear to occur with L-arginine supplementation, although it's not 100% reliable. And then you also have another conclusion with taking different studies into consideration that arginine does have promise, but due to its unreliability, there are differences between persons or whether or not it is recommended. So arginine, people are not too sure about it. You have tons of studies that are against it. So my recommendation or my suggestion would be, to stay away from arginine. Now let's see how L-citrulline performs. So there's a study done on citrulline malate. It's basically citrulline bonded with malic acid to get citrulline malate. Yeah, so there's a study done on citrulline malate by the Department of Medicine, University of Cordoba, Spain. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not sure how to pronounce it exactly. Yeah, so let's move on to the study. So they used weightlifters that were given a certain training protocol. Do as many reps as possible until fatigue for 8 sets. So basically, until you're fully worn out, just keep repping those 8 sets. And they were made to ingest 8 grams of citrulline malate alongside with 10 grams of sucrose in different training sessions. And the sucrose was basically used as a placebo. Now they realized on the first 2 sets, they were failed to increase, performance progressively. But on increasing, from the 3rd set to the last set, there was an increase in the amount of reps conducted relative to the placebo from 10.48% to 52.92% more reps. So you can imagine, guys, on supplementing with citrulline, there was more endurance, there was more energy, and these guys really pushed it. And moreover, muscle soreness has been noted to reduced following weight training with 8 grams of citrulline malate by 39.74% for 24 hours after and 41.79% 48 hours after relative to placebo. So there was a reduction in muscle soreness, hence more recovery. So guys, citrulline here has proved to improve your performance in the gym and to recover faster. And remember, citrulline, you have 2 forms, guys. You have citrulline and citrulline malate. Citrulline is what's used to boost those nitric oxide levels and the energy in the gym. Also, it is very important in that urea cycle. So all that waste product is leaving the body, soon after you finish your workout. So there's more muscle recovery. And malate, citrulline malate, what it does is it improves the ATP, or ATP also known as the energy currency of the cells. So you have no energy to rep out in the gym, or to push yourself in the gym. So there's been number of studies done, to prove that citrulline malate does increase the amount of ATP you get, also increases the arginine levels in the blood, and most importantly, it enhances creatine phosphate regeneration in the body. So basically, when you're in the gym, when you're pumping out those weights and you're sitting down to take rest, the creatine is waiting to regenerate the phosphate so it can donate it to ATP so that it can produce more energy. And that's what's happening. You have tons of evidence backing this up, and that's what I'm saying, guys. End of the day, I would choose citrulline malate over arginine or citrulline. It does work. You have tons of research. Everything is pretty straightforward and pretty solid. Keep in mind, guys, L-citrulline is an expensive amino acid. So a lot of these companies out there, in order to save costs, they may had more of malic acid, to dilute the substance. So then again, at the end of the day, you may get a really shitty product. So make sure you know the balance, guys. Make sure you know the breakup. You should ideally get 2:1 ratio of citrulline to malic acid. For all you know, if you just have citrulline malate written on your label, you're just probably getting a whole bunch of malic acid and less citrulline. So that could be useless. So make sure you guys check it out and make sure you guys are smart on your purchases. Well, if you guys are still not convinced, I do have with me a chart where you have the level of evidence, the outcome, the magnitude of effect consistency of research and notes. You have on the left hand side arginine, on the right hand side L-citrulline. So here's all the evidence you need, all the research based evidence you need to prove to you that citrulline is far more superior to arginine. Anyway, all the links will be in the description for all the studies I use. Whatever it is you need will be in the description for you to get all the research based evidence that you need to know about this product. And I will be doing more videos like this in the future, just to to talk scientifically about nutrition, about training, about muscle building and all that good stuff. So hope you guys enjoy this stuff. And by the way guys, most importantly, I've spent 99.5% of my training career without these supplements, without citrulline or arginine. The point is guys, like, you don't need any of it, and I'm probably going to continue this way. I'm not going to use citrulline or arginine whenever it is. I don't depend on it. I've had beautiful workouts with or without it, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference to me. But the whole point is guys, like I've seen a bunch of videos and people talking about, oh, arginine is the best, cheapest pre-workout. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's good. There's so much evidence that shows that it doesn't work, that it isn't as efficient as it is marketed to be. So don't get fooled guys, do your research. I don't know what these guys and what motives they have, but just do your research. Don't fall for all this stuff. I am trying my best to educate myself, and you guys, I will be putting out a lot of science-based research out there on training, like I said, on nutrition and whatever it is, backed with a whole bunch of information, with the latest and the most updated form of information. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and comment, and let me know what you want to see next. And thank you guys for watching.